Yo, yo, yo. KC, what's up? It's a bright, beautiful, sunshiny day out here in KC. Hey, this is KC Sports. I'm your man Bishop. On today's show, this is the fifth episode. We're going to talk about uh, Super Bowl champs, the Super Bowl game. We're going to talk about the return of the XFL. Uh-oh. The key points of the Super Bowl winners, losers, things like that. All that and more on This is KC Sports. Let's run it. Yeah. Yeah. Man, it feels good to be back out there. It feels good to be back. Oh man, welcome to This is KC Sports. Like I said, this is the fifth episode. I'm happy to be back. Um, man, fifth episode. We're gonna talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm a real quick running through. Larry B, what's up? What's up, Taryn? How y'all doing out there? I see you out there on the chat line, on the text line. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is, you correct, Larry B. This is the Super Bowl celebration show. Again, I am your man Bishop. This is KC Sports, live and direct on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I am sitting outside the IE Sports Radio studios, man, out here in Kansas City. It's beautiful out here. The weather is feeling good. I think we definitely just leaped in the spring. I'm getting all these little insects. That's the only thing I don't like about the warm weather, but it is what it is. Um, Man, Super Bowl champs. Hold up. I told myself I was gonna sing a little diddly for you all. Let me see if I can clear my throat real quick. Hold on. Here we go. We are the champions again. All right. I ain't gonna serenade y'all out there today, but y'all get the message. Number 3, baby. Number 3. Oh man, I can't believe it. I mean, I can't believe it because I knew it was gonna happen. I said it was gonna happen. I had faith that it would happen, and it happened. I'm happy that it happened. So I knew once we got the monkey off our back, and that was Cincinnati Bengals, there was no stopping us. Because honestly, Buffalo, I don't think would have been much of a challenge in the AFC Championship game. It was the Bengals. When the clock hit 0-0, Bishop, or calling you my name. How am I gonna call you my name? My man Larry B. When the clock hit 0-0, I was just like, yeah, I jumped around a little bit. I don't jump too much. I'm a little short, chubby guy here. I don't jump that much no more. I'm almost 40. I jump. I probably got a cool 2 inches off the ground when I jump. But I said that, Larry B. Buffalo would not have been a challenge in the AFC Championship game. I don't think so. Cincinnati was more of a threat to the Chiefs than Buffalo would have been. Um, and I'm glad that it was. I'm glad that it was Cincinnati because that's who I wanted to see. I don't know. I think the schedule next year's schedule isn't quite out yet, but I hope the game open, the season opener is against Cincinnati. or the Eagles. Like I really want to 2-inch vertical works. hey, and that's all I got was 2 inches. And I almost, when I came back down, I almost rolled my ankle. So that tells you what kind of shape I'm in. No, I'm just kidding. I am gonna go back into the gym though. It's gym time. Football, for the most part, the NFL is over. So now I can dedicate myself to the gym fully, and I can cut back on some of the junk food and stuff that I eat while I watch football. The root beer floats, that's my go-to snack when I watch football. You know, the nachos and stuff like that. Um, exactly, Taryn. I have to give props where props is due. Cincinnati is definitely a bigger threat to the Chiefs than Buffalo. Now, next season, we'll see, because it's payday. It's payday for a lot of teams, and the man is coming to collect rent. He's coming to collect them paychecks. So the Eagles, I don't know if they're gonna be the same team next year. I mean, you got to get ready. I think because Jalen Hurts was drafted in the second round, there's no 5th-year option, if I'm not mistaken. So you got to pay him. Now the key here is you got to pay him before Burrow gets paid, because I'm sure Burrow's going to get broken off. So you're going to have to hurry up and don't procrastinate, Eagles. And I'm talking to the Eagles fan base. You better not procrastinate. You better pay Jalen Hurts right now, so there is no bar or anything that Joe Burrow get, because everybody in that, around that time that was drafted I think they pretty much, every QB, for the most part, is going to get broke off. So you better jump on the gun right now. XFL, I did not get a chance to watch much of it. I was quite busy yesterday. They did kick off their opener yesterday. The Rock went out there and said some words. It was cool. It looked interesting. It looked like it was going to be very good. Looked like I'm riding high on that season, only because on the XFL season, only because the season takes us pretty much up to the draft. I'm ready for the NFL draft. I don't know about y'all. I'm ready for the draft. I'm ready to see who takes who. I'm ready to see the off-season moves, the unplugging, the plug-in, all the teams scrambling to try to take down Mahomes. So you got Sean Payton out there trying to build his super coaching team or staff, whatever. And I like Peyton. That's what I'm most excited about. Sean Payton versus Andy Reid, coaching genius versus coaching genius. Larry B said Don Gwynn, the host of the Gateways, supported the Chiefs. Hey, I appreciate that. The host of the Gateway City Sports in St. Louis. Hey, that is part of the family here at IE Sports Radio. Y'all make sure y'all check out the Gateway City Sports in St. Louis. I don't know if I'll be supporting. I don't know yet, Larry B, if I support the Battle Hawks. I don't like. I mean, yeah, it would be returning the favor for Gateway Sports. I don't like what a lot of St. Louis citizens said about. You ready for a break from football? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Taryn. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. Yes, I don't want to actually watch much football games. I'm ready. I'm actually ready to see the off-season moves. But St. Louis citizens, a lot of St. Louis, I don't even know what to call them. Whatever, St. Lunatics. No, I'm just kidding. They said that they do not support the Chiefs, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, which is fine. I don't care. We don't need them to support them. They get plenty of support here. I mean, we're your neighboring city. You kind of want everyone in Missouri, for the most part, to support them. I know not going to be everyone in Missouri, but anywho. But I am. I see that the St. Louis Battlehawks, I think they play today, right? So I think around 3:00. So I am going to tune into that game and if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure because I don't want to be wrong on that. Because I'm almost certain they play today. Yep, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's one thing I noticed about the XFL that I did kind of like. If I ever need a football fix, I know I can tune in on Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Because as you look at the schedule, that's what you see. Thursday, Saturday, Sunday games. And I'm like, ooh, that's nice. That's nice. So if I need that fix, I can definitely tune in. Real quick on the XFL, the Vegas Vipers, they took on the Arlington Renegades. That was a close one. Arlington pulled out 22-20. That was cool. Not so close was the Orlando Guardians. They took on the Houston Roughnecks. Woo! Houston wiped them out. Wiped them out. I mean, you wrote the score. It wasn't pretty. 33-12. Houston Roughnecks wiped out Orlando Guardians. Woo! Does that mean Orlando's a bad team? I don't know. We'll find out. It's early. So I am going to check out, like I said, I am going to check out the game, the St. Louis Battlehawks, and see how they do. Well, actually, it started right now. I don't know. So we'll see if I can catch it. If not, I'll definitely catch the one that comes on later on tonight. So my thing is, I want to talk about real quick. We're going to get on the Super Bowl. You better believe we're going to get on that Super Bowl. Eric Bieniemy, EB. I call him a man's coach. And what I mean by that is that he speaks, his language, his tone, the words he chooses to use are powerful. So it takes a man or someone that's mature, since you got a lot of young people that come into the NFL, a lot of young kids out of college and stuff like that. It takes a mature, well-rounded person to accept how Eric Bieniemy coach and how he talk. He doesn't talk to you disrespectfully, although it may come off as disrespectful. It's tough love, is what it is. And honestly, a lot of kids, or yeah, I can call them kids. I'm 39. Hell, a lot of kids that's coming into the league. You need that. Especially, a lot of them came from single parent households. There was no male figure there. You need someone that's gonna talk you up, and just go at you with tough love to get you ready to run through a wall, because you're here to play a sport. You're not here to really make friends, even though the team and the teammates become a family. You're not really here to be, I don't like the way you talk to me. Don't talk to me like that. He's not your father. He could be a father type figure, but he's not your father. So he's talking to you from a coaching standpoint, but he's not degrading you as a human, as a man. He sees a young male, and he wants to get the best out of you. So anyway, I'm rambling. But anyway, my man EB, I don't really like what's in front of us as far as he has to leave Kansas City for almost a lateral move to become an offensive coordinator in Washington, to prove himself, and I am using air quotes over here, to prove himself as a head coach candidate. The man has been here, 5 years or whatever? They've been to the Super Bowl 3 out of those 5 years. You won 2 out of 3 Super Bowls. You won 5 AFC championships. You hosted 5 or whatever. And you won, 4 out of the 5? I think he's proven. But it's cool. Like we just got through talking, it takes a strong person A strong-minded person who's mature enough to understand the bigger picture. Yeah, as of right now, the picture that the NFL is painting, the owners and stuff, and the organizations of different teams, it's an ugly ass picture. It don't look right. It stinks. But I guarantee when all this is said and done, the portrait is gonna be beautiful, and Eric Bieniemy will get his chance. Because myself, I can tell you, I'm the type of person that I love the opportunity to just prove you wrong and just prove you wrong and just take a dump on you and prove you wrong when you say I can't do something or be something. I love that. Give me that. Because that's what makes me stronger as a person. That's what makes me push. Oh, you can't become this or you can't do this. Okay, hold tight. I'll be right back. And so Eric Bieniemy is going to get that chance. I guarantee. Ron Rivera, it's awesome that he fought off cancer and stuff like that. It's awesome that he's getting up there in age and stuff. I don't think he's going to be around. As a matter of fact, I 100% wholeheartedly don't think he's going to be around after next season. I think EB is going to slide into that head coaching position because a lot of people out there don't understand. I don't know if they don't watch the sport of football in the National Football League or they just refuse to accept what they see. The Washington Commanders, they're not a horrible team right now. They're coming off of momentum in that season. They had, they kind of had a quarterback who wasn't up to par, and then you had a backup who came in who actually looked better than the starting quarterback. But I believe they were 8-8 or something like that, or maybe 8-9, something like that. They were 500. They broke 500. I think New York Giants, if I'm not mistaken, out there were 9-8 or something weird like that. They were like .569. And I know that division isn't the best division. That division isn't the best. Right now, you got the Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys sitting on top, which, mind you, I think the Commanders beat the Eagles once, and Dallas isn't much. They're a pretty decent team, but it's not clicking on all cylinders in Dallas right now. So if the Eagles have to officially go into a rebuild season, Washington can easily slide into the number 2 or number 1 spot. They're in a rebuild season also, but it's not as much as you think. You got EB who's coming in as offensive coordinator, assistant head coach. That is the title. He's a former running back. He's a running coach. Washington has Antonio Gibson, so on. Terry McLaurin. You better watch out. Scary Terry. Y'all better watch out for that team. I don't know where people get off saying EB doesn't call plays or he doesn't come up with any schemes. He doesn't do anything. He's a younger-minded coach than Andy Reid. Andy Reid, I love Andy Reid. I love him. But he's a traditional football-style coach. Eric Bieniemy is the one who's behind all those gadget plays. I don't know why you don't know that. That temptation-type play, I bet you that snow globe stuff, I guarantee all that came from Eric Bieniemy. They sat down, they probably talked about it, but I can assure you 100%, those gadget-style plays, those are Eric Bieniemy plays. And they work. Which play hasn't worked? The temptation play that they did where they lined up and then they snapped their fingers or whatever and did the Jackson 5 spin, it worked. The snow globe, it worked. They called it back, but it worked. The fake snow globe, I don't even know what to call it. It was a fake snow globe. It was a decoy. The decoy snow globe that they did in the Super Bowl, it was a fake one. All they were doing was trying to see how the Eagles were lined up and how they were motion. That wasn't even a real play. That's why Mahomes threw it away. It wasn't even a real play. It was a decoy. Oh, okay, yeah, they moving like this. We move one person, they move two. If you noticed, the Chiefs motion one man. This is how you knew the game was over. This is how I knew the game was over. When the Chiefs started motioning one guy and the Eagles defense moved two, somebody's scared. Somebody back was up against the wall. Someone got scared. They spooked. And they did it twice. They did the same play twice on opposite side. It's like playing Madden and you found that one play that worked. And you do it, and then your friend's like, oh, he's lined up in the same thing. I know what's going to happen. But you flip the joystick to the left, you flip it, bloop, to the left, and it flips the play. And now it's the same play. It's on the other side. And that's what they did. They did the Kadarius Toney on the right, Sky Moore on the left. Because the Eagles defense was scared. You motion one, we move two. We got them. They can't stop it. Let's get to the controversy. Let's get this out the way. The controversy is the late flag. What do you guys think about the late flag? I'm not upset about the late flag. And it's not because it was in the Chiefs' favor. It's because it was the right call. It was a flag. It was a penalty. Unfortunately, it came at the end of the game, but who's to say that the Chiefs wouldn't have converted? Y'all think the Chiefs would have kicked the field goal? It was 3-8. They were close to the end zone. Mahomes ain't playing that. He's going for it. He's ready to kill it. He's ready to be done. His ankle is hurting. It was a flag. If you're upset about the flag, I guarantee you the reason why that call, I'm going to tell you why that call was called. It happened to us in the AFC Championship game against the Patriots. Because Bradbury was warned all game to stop holding. If you look, there was a play, I think it was the second quarter. And it was between Bradbury and Juju. Bradbury kind of, hell, honestly, it wouldn't even been a hold. In my opinion, it should have been pass interference because the ball was going to Juju, and Bradbury slightly turned him and took him off his route. That should have been a PI. They didn't call it. Juju got up, looked like a little hissy fit, whatever. I'll call it what it is. He stomped the ground. He's pissed. He's mad. He has every right to be. It was pass interference. The game, you're right, Terrence, it shouldn't be decided by a penalty. The Eagle defense was sad that game. That's what killed it. It wasn't a penalty that killed the game. It was the second half. Chiefs adjusted to your defense. Your defense didn't adjust to the Chiefs. You got killed the whole second half. You couldn't stop the Chiefs no matter what. Yes, Jalen Hurts was immaculate. He was great. He threw for 308 yards. But he couldn't do squat in the second half. And that's the problem. You couldn't do much. Chiefs defense adjusted to you. You didn't adjust to the Chiefs. So Juju got up stomping. He complained to the refs. He told, hey, this guy's been holding me all damn game. So the refs, I'm sure we didn't see it, but I'm sure the refs, because we never see it, they just like, again, against the Patriots, we didn't see them warning Dee Ford, but Dee Ford, they said, was lined up offsides all game. And we actually beat the Patriots. Dee Ford, they rushed up in there. Dee Ford got Brady to throw their interception. Game was over. They threw offsides penalty. They threw a penalty offsides. Gave Brady a fresh set of downs. That was the end of it. The game was over, though. I bet you that's what happened. We didn't see them warning James Bradbury, but I guarantee that's what happened. They warned him, hey, stop holding. We see you holding. Stop. If you can't guard Juju, then your team need to make adjustments. Your defensive coordinator need to put 2 or something or swap you out. But they didn't do that. So the refs was like, all right, we had enough of this. Throw the flag. He held him. He pulled his jersey. You can say, oh, he didn't pull his jersey. Oh, he had a whole damn handful of jersey. Yes, he did. There's still shots. Let's see here. Larry B said, we complain about the refs getting the right calls, but when they do, we complain more. Exactly. I understand at some point we have to draw the line. I understand. But when they get the call right and they do the call, we complain. Dee Ford was offsides. Hey, I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't mad at the refs for calling Dee Ford offsides. I was pissed off at Dee Ford for being offsides. His only excuse was, I have to see the ball. Now, I can't see the ball where I'm lined up at. Now, is that a D4 problem or exactly? I agree with Taryn. The Eagles should have never left it to the refs. Neither team should. Exactly. Handle business early. So the Chiefs won that game fair and square. Exactly. And yeah, that was on D4. My man Larry B and Taryn, they understand exactly what I'm saying. That was all D4. I could easily say D4 is complaining about not being able to see the ball when he's lined up on the line. So was the Patriots like pulling the ball back a little bit to where he couldn't see it? Or were they pushing it up a little bit to where he couldn't see it, so he had to step up a little closer to the line to see it? I'm not going to go that far. You're over the ball, D-line. No excuses. Exactly, Larry B. Exactly. No excuses. So I don't want it. And I'm on Twitter. At XRunners. RUNNAZ. Find me. I'm always there talking smack to somebody. I don't care. But my thing that I was telling the Eagles fans, hey, and I told the Bengals fans too, I don't want to hear no ref crap. When we win, I don't want to hear you complaining about the refs. My man Larry B said he played D-line for 20 years. Were you ever offsides, Larry B? Was there ever a time where you were offsides? He says no excuses. No excuses. That's what we're going with. No excuses. The ball is right in front of us. Exactly. My son, both my sons are linebackers. One of them is outside linebacker. The other one is somewhat inside linebacker, but he was a defensive lineman for, oh man, probably for like 2 years. And then I think towards the end of last season in high school, they switched him to linebacker. They ain't never jumped. Larry B said he jumped before, and I deserved all the times I was yelled at. Exactly. Once you yelled at enough, you get the message. But my sons, they ain't never been offsides or anything. My son, second oldest son, he's 18. He'll be playing at Mid-American Nazarene this season coming up. He'll be a freshman in college. He got a scholarship to go there and play football. He blitzed, a lot of times. Never said he couldn't see. Never said nothing. I know it's a little different, but you get what I'm saying here. So yeah, no excuses. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, the penalty should not dictate the game. Hey, thank you, Larry B. Appreciate it, man. Try to steer him in the right direction for as long as I can, and then we'll see what happens. Thanks for the shout out to my boys, man. Yeah, that we'll just see what happens with like I said, the flag should never dictate the game. I understand that. Put the game. You got a whole 60 minutes of football. No excuses. Put the game away. They was beating the brakes off of us. The Eagles was beating the brakes off of the Chiefs. Not only were they beating the brakes off of them, they were rotating their tires in the first half. Okay? I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh man, they came out swinging. They didn't punt on third down, they didn't, fourth down, they didn't punt. They kept going for it. They were getting it. I'm like, what is wrong with Spags and his defense here? Because what's going on here? This is weird. They're playing very, very aggressive. Very, very aggressive. I'm like, they ready to put the game away. Second half, we made adjustments. They didn't. It happened to us against the Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC Championship game last year. Second half, they made adjustments. We didn't. We lost. Fair and square. Fair and square. I could say Tyreek Hill wanted the ball too much that game. So Mahomes thought he had to throw it to Tyreek Hill when he had a whole host of, a whole freaking plethora of receivers open other than Tyreek Hill. Hell, you had McCole Hardman standing in the end zone by himself, jumping up and down, doing jumping jacks. But he threw it to Tyreek Hill because he knew Tyreek Hill wanted the ball. That was the game plan. Throw it to Tyreek Hill. I could have blamed Tyreek Hill for that AFC Championship loss to the Bengals. But I ain't. We lost fair and square. We were up 20-some points before the half. All we had to do was come out and run the ball. Would have killed the clock. We would have won the game. We will probably been, and more than likely, if we would have had to play the Rams, the Chiefs would have beat the Rams because the Rams, they They tried everything they can do against the Bengals in the Super Bowl to give the Bengals the game. Everything they could think of. They tried to give them the game. And the Bengals didn't want it. So Cooper Kupp was like, hell, fuck it. Forget it. Throw me the touchdown. I'll win it. We'll call it a day. They don't want it. Whatever. We'll take it. So, like I said, winners and losers here in the Super Bowl game. We'll talk about that here in a second. I'm going to take a quick break real quick. We'll be right back. This is KC Sports. I am your man, Bishop. See y'all in a minute.
What's happening, sports fans? Are you a fan of Southern California sports? Are you looking for a show hotter than a hot summer day in California? Then look no further than the SoCal Supreme Sports Show, where I talk about all things Southern California sports. That's right, all sports teams from Southern California. From the hard-hitting tackles of the NFL, to the killer crossovers and big three-pointers of the NBA and WNBA, to the grand slams of the MLB, to the bone-chilling goals of the NHL, and to the booming kicks of the MLS. The SoCal Supreme Sports Show has it all for you. Oh, and let us not forget about the college sports as well. So join me, Taryn Rodriguez, every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello, ladies and sinners. Hello, sports fans around the world. Hello, IE Sports family. This is Cale Henderson, the host of IE Vegas, the Sin City Sports Show, presented by IE Sports Radio. If you folks are interested in sports in the Vegas area, if you're wanting to have a blast for 1 hour, every Tuesday night from 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, this is a show built for the Vegas sports fans, where we feature the Las Vegas Raiders, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the Las Vegas Aces, and the University of Las Vegas, Nevada Rebels. Hopefully, fingers crossed, MLB team coming soon. Either way, if you folks are looking to have a blast for 1 hour each and every week, tune in Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you folks are interested in Vegas sports news, go to our Twitter, at SinCities_IESR, and you can speak with me, the host, Cale Henderson, at Cale_Henderson on Twitter. At any time, be happy to reply. Always willing to reach out to our fans. Again, the Sin City Sports Show, presented by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's happening, sports fans? Are you a fan of Southern California sports? Are you looking for a show hotter than a hot summer day in California? Then look no further than the SoCal Supreme Sports Show, where I talk about all things Southern California sports. That's right, all sports teams from Southern California. From the hard-hitting tackles of the NFL, to the killer crossovers and big three-pointers of the NBA and WNBA, to the grand slams of the MLB, to the bone-chilling goals of the NHL, and to the booming kicks of the MLS. The SoCal Supreme Sports Show has it all for you. Oh, and let us not forget about the college sports as well. So join me, Taryn Rodriguez, every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Some say that Indiana is just a flyover state. Flatlands and cornfields, barns and country roads. What if I told you Indiana is the crossroads of America? What if I told you in all other states, basketball is just basketball? In Indiana, basketball is life. Crowded high school basketball gyms on a Friday night, and every barn with a basketball rim and a frayed, worn-out net. If you're interested in the heartbeat of America, and if you're interested in sports, if you have Hoosier running through your veins, the Crossroads Pod with Aaron X is made for you. Powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Each and every week, the Crossroad Pod covers all of Indiana sports. The pride of the horseshoe of the Indianapolis Colts. The blue-collar gold swagger of the Indiana Pacers. The relentless pursuit of the sixth banner for the Indiana Hoosiers. The swing of the hammer of the Purdue Boilermakers. The swoop of the Cardinals of Ball State. The summoning of the echoes of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. The growl of the Bulldogs of Butler. The intensity of an Indiana fever. The chop of the Indianapolis Indians. At the Crossroads Pod, if it is Indiana, we've got you covered. More than cornfields, more than country back roads. The Crossroads of America. Join me, Aaron X, every week. It's nothing but net.
All right. We back. Again, this is KC Sports. I'm your man Bishop. Live and direct on the IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. So, before the break, I was checking out the text line here, and Taryn was saying that Jalen Hurts fumbling didn't help matters. McKinnon was smart not to run and not to run it in the end zone. Correct. Give Taryn a prize, everybody, because that's exactly what I was going to get into here. McKinnon, that is a team player, and I hope we bring him back. Dude he's a team player. He does what was asked of him. He blocks very well for a running back. I mean, dude is tiny, but he blocks like crazy. And to me, he is he is KC Sports Radio MVP. How about that? There we go. Just made that up on the spot. I love McKinnon, Larry B. Because that guy could have ran that ball in and said and bragged to his friends, family, kids. Hey, yeah, I scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl that we won. I scored a touchdown. But he didn't. He took the time, he put the team on his back, and he said, hey, let me go down right here so we can eat this clock up. That takes a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Discipline to do that. And again, that goes back to my early talks on the show about having the strong mental mind to do things like that. That takes a lot of discipline, because anyone else would have been like looking for cool points and style points, like, yeah, I just ran this in, touchdown in the Super Bowl. What? But he's like, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop down right here. You could tell he wanted to so bad. He could taste it. He could taste that end zone, but he put the team on his back. Now my man got a ring. They ain't got that ring. Juju finally got his ring. They put the team on their back. And also shout out to the training staff, the rehabilitation staff that the Kansas City Chiefs have, because they did excellent work with Mahomes, Juju, all the injured players, getting them ready to play in that big Super Bowl game. Shout out to them. We got to give them some claps because they did it. They did it. They did it. I feel like the training staff and, a lot of personnel that's behind the scenes don't get credit. And like Larry B said, size don't mean anything. I love that he's little and meaner than almost every big dude in the league. Bingo, my guy. Bingo. Because he has that strong mental mind that he can do anything. I can block the biggest person. I can block the strongest person. Yeah, I might get a little steamroll a little bit, but I can take that hit and I can at least slow him down, at least to give my guy Mahomes some time to adjust in the pocket or do whatever he has to do, make him comfortable as possible. Hell, honestly, he almost blocked better than OBJ, Orlando Brown Jr., for those who think I'm talking about the other OBJ. But he did good also. So hats off to him. I'm not gonna dump on him. He did excellent. I'm thinking franchise tag. I don't know. They might decide to make him a deal. I don't know. We don't know yet. I can't wait to see how all this stuff is gonna pan out. So everybody's like, Jalen Hurts should have won MVP, not Mahomes. Hurts should have won. He had 308 passing yards. Mahomes only had 183. True, no denying that. But Mahomes had 183 passing yards. He went 21 for 27, damn near perfect. No turnovers, no fumbles, no interceptions, 3 touchdowns. Those are MVP numbers. Doesn't matter with the yardage. Mahomes probably could have hit 200 and something yards throwing, but we ran the ball most of the time. I think we had a collective 150 something rushing yards, I think. I have to go back and check, but the Eagles, they shot, for the Eagles to have such a huge backfield, and I say backfield because I'm including Jalen Hurts into that. Technically, they got 4 running backs. They didn't do very much running. They tried. They didn't get very much. I think they only had like 115 rushing yards or something crazy like that. It wasn't a whole lot. We ran the ball more times than not. That's why Mahomes only had 183 passing yards. Mahomes didn't get sacked one time. So you mean tell me that he can only throw 183? You out your mind if that's what you believe. If Mahomes wanted to pad his stats, he could have padded the crap out of them stats. You guys didn't touch him. So that was to me, that's another reason why the Eagles lost. They didn't do a lot of rushing. That's what they were known for. Jalen Hurts was throwing the crap out of the deep ball because A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith a couple times was giving it to our secondary. Secondary's got rings now. They're not rookie no more, boy. They're no longer rookies. Exactly. Larry B said, I didn't get it. If the Ravens would have won with Jackson running. Exactly. The Ravens playing Cincinnati. Honestly, Cincinnati shouldn't even have been They should not have even been in the playoffs. They should have lost that game to the Ravens because, yeah, exactly. But because Mahomes didn't have 500 passing yards, he's not the MVP. The man had 183 passing yards. He rushed for 44 yards on a broken ankle, or not broken, but a bad ankle. Peg leg Mahomes. That's my new name for him. 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. That's what MVP numbers. 21 for 27. Almost perfect. Those are MVP numbers. You cannot, just because they're not a whole bunch of, like he said, 500. Like Larry B said, 500 passing yards. Like you don't have to have all that. It doesn't take a lot. You should have known that Mahomes was going to be MVP anyway. He put the team on his back. Like I say, Pacheco did excellent. That guy is a tank. Have you all noticed when Pacheco, like they say, he runs like he's mad at the ground. I know Eric Bieniemy loves Pacheco. I know he wish he probably could take Pacheco with him. But but I've noticed that, hey, have you ever had like a toy, like let's just say it's like a robot or something walking or whatever, and you knock it over and the legs are still moving? That's Pacheco. He be rushing and he get tackled, but his legs be still moving. I'm like, you on the ground, bro, get up. Like, it's okay. Like you can turn off the motor now. Turn it off, you tackle. It's okay. Come on, calm down, get up. That dude, I knew Pacheco was gonna be good. I saw when we drafted him, I immediately went to his highlights of Rutgers, and I was like, oh yeah, he's it. He's it. That's the one. And then when he came with that mentality, I'm here to take a man's job again. What did I just say? It takes a strong mental mind. You come in with that mindset, what did he do? Took a grown man's job. I like CEH. I feel a little bad for CEH, but I like CEH. You had ample opportunity. Hard runners are hard to come by. That is the perfect statement, Larry B. You had ample opportunity, CEH, to prove yourself. You've been here long enough. You know how the game. You know how the schemes and stuff work. You know the playbook. You know what to do as a running back. So here's my next thought. Bing. We got Antonio Gibson up there in Washington now with Eric Bieniemy. Does CEH go with him? Do we get a little trading going on here? I mean, we already got an ample amount of draft picks here. We got some cap, thanks to Brett Veach. Brett Veach, that boy's looking like a genius more and more every day. Every offseason, every season, he's looking more and more like a genius. Trust in Veach we trust. That's what we say around here. So do we do some trading with Washington since CEH? I hope that we hang on to Hardman. I want Hardman and Kadarius Toney. I think they could do a lot of freaking damage together. Once they get a full offseason together, a full training camp together. My only concern is that are we going to lose some of those special plays, those gadget plays? Are we going to lose some of that now that Eric Bieniemy is gone? I'm thinking Matt Nagy is definitely more than likely going to be our offensive coordinator. Everyone is saying, so now who's the quarterback coach going to be? I feel like, what do you need one for? I know that sounds crazy, and I tend to think outside the box. I'm a little unorthodox with my thinking. I feel like you got the offensive coordinator and you got the head coach, Andy Reid, because he's always, every little step Mahomes takes, he'd be right there. He's right there. So, you got these two. What do you need a quarterback coach for? I mean, hell, Mahomes knows how to quarterback, clearly. Bobby Strope is amazing with his training with Mahomes. Why don't Matt Nagy just be the offensive coordinator / quarterback coach? What's the point of bringing in another body? Everybody wants Cliff Kingsbury, but I don't see that happening. I understand that Mahomes is a lot more level-headed than Kyler Murray is, and the reunitement between Mahomes and Cliff will feel so good for the both of them. You know, pause, no pun intended. But I don't see that happening. So yeah, I feel like Matt Nagy should just take the role of offensive coordinator / quarterback coach. Hell, you and Andy Reid sitting down, y'all coming up with the plays. You got to run the plays by Mahomes anyway. Voila. Cut out the middleman. Live and direct feed. Y'all know the live and direct feed. Y'all know that. Y'all know that's a lot better, right? That's what we do here at IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed, live and direct feed for all that is sports. We bring it straight to you. No chaser, no middleman, no markup. Live and direct, baby. Every day. We got a whole plethora of shows here. It's a big family. You can get your fix. Believe me, we got it. So I'm ready for the off season. I am ready for the off season. I love football. It's my favorite sport. I can watch some hockey. I can watch a little baseball. I definitely can watch a little soccer. But football for me, the NFL, that's where my fix is. That's where it's at. So I'm gonna watch a little XFL if I ever feel the urge to need to see it. But I'm ready for the draft, and we got the draft here in Kansas City. This is a perfect year. I hear people saying this was scripted. The draft is in Kansas City, and Kansas City won. Whatever. It ain't as bad of a script as the Super Bowls in Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay win, or the Super Bowls in SoFi and the Rams or the Chargers win. It's not as bad as that script is. But so yeah, we get the draft. Will I go? Not sure. Maybe. We'll give something to talk about. We'll probably go. Depends on how I feel. And if I want to take off a couple days from work, because I'm sure I probably need it so I can sit there and get the full experience. But to be honest, I'm ready to go to Vegas. Yes, I've already made the decision for the next Super Bowl. I don't want to attend the Super Bowl in Vegas. I just want to go to Vegas. I love Vegas. I like it. So yeah, I'm going to go to Vegas next year for the Super Bowl experience out there. I went to LA. I didn't care for it too much. I did not. It was my first time in LA. I know I've said this story before. It was just odd. Everything cost too much to get into because of the Super Bowl, I imagine. But everybody was on everywhere trying to sell you something. And that's cool. I have no problem with that. Get your hustle on. I support small local businesses. Even street corner businesses. I support I will buy the shirt. But the markup on getting into certain nice spots and things like that, that was a little distasteful. I didn't like it. I don't care. I'm not a celebrity. I don't have that status. I don't have that money. But yeah, I just didn't care for LA. I was hoping that there was a lot more to do, but there wasn't. There'll be a lot more to do in Vegas. I'm sure they're gonna make it real elaborate. I mean, it's Vegas. It's one of the top tourist spots around. So yeah, we won. Like I said, I'm happy. Y'all should be happy for us. I'm happy for all the teams. I was happy for all the teams that made a deep run in the playoffs. I was happy for all y'all. But y'all should be happy for us. No? That's okay. We're happy. The parade was amazing. I did not go to the parade. Terrence said that's why I didn't go to the Super Bowl last year as well. Exactly. And aren't you out in Cali, Terrence? Or you and Larry B out in Cali? I couldn't remember. But it was me having to buy things in Los Angeles Pass. Yeah. And that's where, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yep. I was like, And it was kind of hot. It was kind of hot to me. But it was cool, though. Like, I did go and do the fan experience. Okay, I that's what I thought. I thought y'all were out in Cali. Yeah. Both from South Cal. Okay, cool. That's cool. I did like the fan experience. You know, I got, you get to walk around and see things. And like I said, I saw Keenan Allen. And is Keenan Allen going to be a Chief? Is DeAndre Hopkins going to be a Chief? The world may never know. We'll see. Well, I ain't going to say never know, but we'll find out soon during this offseason. Will the Chiefs add a big wide receiver if we don't re-sign Juju? Possibly. I think they might try to get Juju on another year deal. I don't know. Do y'all think there's a team out there that's willing to give Juju a multi-year contract? I'm not saying he don't deserve it. I'm just saying I don't know if he's there yet. I don't know. I swear it feels like Andy Reid, man. Like, I'm going to say this. For all you players, if y'all listening, for all you players who career isn't doing so well, especially the receivers, the offensive players, come and see Andy Reid. He's the doctor. He's like Dr. Dre. What Dr. Dre said? When your album sales wasn't doing too good, who's the doctor they told you to go see? That's Andy Reid. That's Andy Reid. You had Terrell Suggs come here. He won a ring. You had Shady McCoy come here. He got a ring. You had Kadarius Toney come here. He got a ring. Come and holler at us. The door is always open. We got milk and cookies. We got good training personnel staff. They got the sleep number stuff jumping off Juju and them. We could tuck you in at night. We'll keep the light on for you. Whatever. I'm stupid. I'm being silly here. But yeah, that's almost what it's like. If your career isn't doing so well, come to Andy Reid. You see what happened. Andy Reid, to me, is one of the best coaches because he actually cares about the players. They got milk and cookies. We got milk and cookies, Larry. He actually cares about the players. If you notice, every player that leave here, you may not want to leave, but if you don't fit in Andy's scheme, you're going to leave. But one thing he does is you leave in a better position than almost kind of what you should be. Byron Pringle, we got rid of Byron Pringle. I like Byron Pringle. He was here long enough. He should have caught on faster. He didn't, so we got rid of him. But he went to Chicago, got a multi-year deal. Tyrann Mathieu left here. He was able to get on with another team. Even Dirty Dan Sorensen got a contract with the Saints. Shady, if Shady wouldn't have, I feel like if Shady wouldn't have won that ring here, if we wouldn't have won that ring, the Tampa Bay wouldn't have picked him up. But you won that ring. You was able to get another contract. You won a second ring in Tampa, another ring in Tampa. Then you retired. Andy Reid sends people off in the best way possible. Alex Smith, before we made the transition, what happened? He helped Alex with those stats. Pat him down, pat him up. I should say, not down, pat him up. Alex left here, multi-year deal contract with the Washington. A lot of guaranteed money. Washington, they were the Redskins at the time, but you know who, the Commanders. A lot of guaranteed money. He sends you off very, very well. So come and play. Come and play here. What's the least that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? Come and win a ring. I like to thank all the New York Giant fans. I know. I should have did it earlier. We're coming up on the end here. I'd like to thank y'all in the Giants organization for giving us Kadarius Toney for a ham sandwich. Thank you very much. Hey, y'all said his hamstrings was broke. My man hopped into the end zone very well. He got a ring. I think that's what I'm going to start saying. My new thing is XXX. He got a ring. Etc., etc., etc. He got a ring. That's it. I think that's it. I'm gonna go to Brett Veach and I'm gonna pitch the idea to him. Hey, y'all want a killer commercial? Hey, they said that you guys wouldn't win out. We wouldn't win the division. We're gonna finish fourth place. We got a ring. We won't even make the playoffs. We got a ring. Kadarius Toney hamstrings. He's no good. He wants to be a rapper. He don't want to play football. He got a ring too. Taking the crap on the Chiefs, priceless. But wherever you are and wherever you may be, those rings, we got them. I don't know. I keep working on it. My time is just about here done. I'd like to thank everyone out there for listening. Taryn. Jeez, I can't read. Taryn, my man Larry B, Paige, everybody out there that's listening to me all over Twitter, wherever you are. Enjoy your morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world. If you're listening to IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm your man Bishop. This is KC Sports. Melvin Gordon, He got a ring. Thank you, Taryn. I appreciate that. And he didn't even have to do anything. Looking at you, Chargers and Broncos. Thank y'all very much. Hey, thank you very much, Larry B. Tune in. We're going to try to bring it next week. We'll see where we are. Hopefully all is well, everything goes, and I'm willing to be here with y'all. If nobody out there love y'all, remember I do. Appreciate y'all for being here. Thanks for enjoying the show. Talk to you soon. Peace.